Hi, Debs from I'll Be Creative here. What I wanted to do today, I wanted to show you how to prepare a wooden substrate to mosaic on. Now, I've created some kits, and some of these kits are for sale on my website. I've actually got a community project going on at the moment. We're in May, so if you want to take a look at the website www.ilbecreative.co.in, and there are some free kits available for the local community, but there'll be more on the website. Okay, what I've got here, I've got some I've got a 3 Legs of Man blank, which I designed the outline because I wanted it to be a little bit wider than the usual Legs of Man. And the fabulous Grenoble Studios laser cut these for me, so if you do want any laser cuts, you'll get yourself over there. So we're working with wood, and what I'd like to do is to explain a little bit about wood. If you are you need to prime your surface. Now, in all the kits, you'll get some glue, and there are different types of glue. I've never been a fan of these nozzly bits. That's a professional term. So I'll usually just take it off. I'm just going to put a little blob in there, and I'm going to add some water. And of course, I've just done a demonstration with some coffee and Van Dyke crystals, and I've not cleaned the water. Oh, naughty me. Now I'm just going to put a drop in here. As you can see, all my jars are all recycled. Okay, so I've got some water. It's about 1:1 PVA water. Just give it a good mix. Take your time with this. You know, I mean, just slow everything down. Just really take your time with it and enjoy. Okay, so this is just preparing your substrate. Now, I many years ago, what I love about teaching is that I love sharing my skills and knowledge onto other people. But you know, I learn just as much from you. You know, especially working with adults. It's, you know, that wealth of experience is amazing. And I once worked with a joiner. Well, it was a window. He used to make frames. That was right. He used to make frames. And he told me, I'm going back 20 odd years, that if you're going to prime one side, you need to prime both. So this is going to be mosaiced. It can be mosaiced both sides, but if you're going to mosaic just one side, with a blade, you need to score it first. Now, always make sure that you're working away from yourself and you're working away from others. And what you want to do, take your time with it. This is so therapeutic. I've had students put a hole through these, you know, and it's really great for getting out any frustrations. So just keep scoring down all over. Take your time. And once you've gone one way, you want to go another way, but make sure that you are not near your fingers. I don't want to see any of this. Don't like blood. No, thank you. Yeah, so these chunky legs are a bit like mine, really. So there we go. Chunky legs of man. That's what we want. So some nice cross hatching. And what that does, that gives the glue, because what happens, the glue will embed itself into those grooves, and you just get a better adhesive stick. Just keep going. Now, you can take your time, really take your time, and really enjoy this part. I always do this a bit quick when I'm demonstrating, because it is a bit like watching somebody scratching wood when you're watching someone do it, but you get the gist anyway. So I'm just going to go all over. But this pretty much is what you would do for any wood, whether it's big or small, whether it's MDF, whether it's plywood, whether it's marine ply, any wood whatsoever, you really need to score it to prepare it. So just make sure I've got no little bits. Now, I'm doing quite small cross hatching here, simply because I'm going to be using small pieces. So always retract your blade, put it in a safe place away from kids and dogs. Okay, so I've got now my piece of wood that's scored on one side. If I was going to double mosaic it, which sometimes I do quite like to do that, you would score the other side as well, but I'm not going to do that on here. And with your solution, I've still got a bit of globby bit of glue on there, just paint it all over. And this helps. The reason you do this, if you imagine you've got your PVA, if you're using PVA or any glue, okay, and you haven't primed it, what will happen is that the porous surface of the wood will draw all the moisture out very, very quickly, and you're going to lose some of that adhesive quality. So what this does, it gives your adhesive a bit of a fighting chance of lasting a lot longer, because it's not going to lose the moisture too quickly, too soon. So just make sure you can see that there's no bits that you've missed. I've missed a bit there, okay, and then you turn over and you do the same. Now the reason we do this is my framer student many years ago. He said if you do not, and this applies particularly to big pieces, if you do not do both sides, what will happen is that you can get warpage, and you don't want any we don't want any warpage, no thank you. So let's have a look. So that's, there we go. So anywhere you throw us, we will stand. There we go, but not kneeling. We don't have any kneeling with our Manx legs. Now this, because this is laser cut, it's not the glue isn't really going to soak in the edges, but I'm just going to do them anyway, just so you never know. Because what will happen is the grout doesn't really stay on the edge. So that might have to be painted afterwards. We shall see. So let's keep going. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's it. That's how you prepare your substrate when you're working with wood for mosaic. And it's a case of scoring one side, the side that you're going to mosaic, priming with solution of PVA, or a specialist like BAL SBR if you're using BAL. I like to use BAL tile adhesives, so I'd use BAL SBR. And that's a little bit of tea from yesterday from the tea bag folding. So get your substrate sorted, let it dry. I would leave it a day, or I've even been known to put them in the oven, but don't tell you, just to speed up drying a little bit, just, you know, so it's a little bit warm on the radiator or something. But let them dry, and then once they're dry, you can come back and mosaic. So come back for another video, and I'll demonstrate how we're going to mosaic this. All right, take care. Bye now.